3 days of driving in the blowing hot desert wind, wishing I could shed my own damn skin. But my faith so cracked and parched, felt like I could almost cry. Hey, little rain cloud, don't pass me by. And I began to pray, take away my pain. This rain can save my faith. Reaches out to me and calls me by my name, just the warm Texas rain. We stopped in Fredericksburg to get some gas and something to drink, and I hear a singer playing from the restaurant next door. So I pull my 1-ton pickup with a rusty door over to the side and I walk on in. It seemed like his life and mine are just about the same. And I began to pray, take away my pain. This rain could save my faith. Reaches out to me, calls me by my name, just the warm Texas rain. Take away my pain. This rain could save my faith. Reaches out to me, calls me by my name. It's just the warm Texas rain. Yeah, the warm Texas rain began to fall and the thunder clouds began to roll. Clouds so low you could touch them if you could see them at all. I had an old train depot down in Cottonland, and me feel like shaking everybody's hand. It's like the Lukenbach picnic on the 4th of July. And I could thank my God, and I began to pray. This rain saved my faith. Reaches out to me and calls me by my name, like the warm Texas rain. Like the warm Texas rain. Like the warm Texas rain.
Sphinx by Elsa Lasker-Schuler. She sits upon my bed at dusk, unsought, and makes my soul obedient to her will. And in the twilight, still as dreams are still, her pupils narrow to bright threads that thrill about the sensuous windings of her thought. And on the neighboring couch, spread crepitant, the pointed pattern pale narcissus fling their hands toward the pillow where yet cling his kisses, and the dreams thence blossoming on the white beds a sweet and swooning scent. The smiling moon woman dips in cloudy swells, and my wan, suffering psyches know new power, finding their strength in conflict's tortured hour. About this poem. Sphinx first appeared in Elsa Lasker-Schuler's My Wonder, published in 1911, and was later included in contemporary German poetry published in 1923, as translated into English by Babette Deutsch and her husband Avram Yarmolinsky. In the introduction to the anthology, Deutsch and Yarmolinsky write of Lasker-Schuler that she dissolves the world. She pours its fluid mass into the golden bowl of passion. She differs from most of her contemporaries, who do not love the individual less, but who love humanity more.
The Beach Boys released their second single, Surfin' Safari, with B-side 409 in June 1962. By then, they had been signed to a major label, Capitol Records. The double-sided hit record was popular in the IE. It reached the number 4 position in the July 13, 1962 K-Mendes 10 survey. On Friday, July 27, 1962, the Beach Boys returned to perform at Pomona's Rainbow Gardens. Again, they were the opening act for house band The Mixtures. Second billed were the Paris Sisters. On Sunday afternoon, July 29, 1962, the Beach Boys performed at Lake Arrowhead's Dance Pavilion in the San Bernardino Mountains. Today, the Dance Pavilion is a restaurant. Opening the dance was Redlands, California surf music band The Tornadoes. Little did the headlining Beach Boys know that the IE band's single, Bustin' Surfboards, would prevent Surfin' Safari 409 from reaching the number 1 position on the August 18, 1962 KFXM survey. Apparently, the mountain community setting must have made quite an impression on Brian Wilson, because later in life he would own vacation properties in Lake Arrowhead. One of the most poorly documented Beach Boys 1962 appearances is one they may or may not have made in Riverside, California. Inland Valley Daily Bulletin journalist David Allen wrote in a September 2023 article, "There are no newspaper advertisements, flyers, tickets, promotional material, or other evidence to prove dates and venues for any appearance in Riverside." However, memories of the show live on in the minds of those who claim they were there. Allen reported that some claimed that the Beach Boys performed at the De Anza Theater in downtown Riverside, where they autographed and handed out the publicity photo seen here on the right. Others said that the Beach Boys' performance took place at the Riverside Plaza, but fans differ on the location. Some remember that they performed on a flatbed truck in the parking lot. Meanwhile, others recall that the band appeared inside the Harris Company department store's auditorium. Here is my theory. In the early 1960s, the Beach Boys opened a number of times for the king of the surf guitar, Dick Dale and his Deltones. Dale would play the California National Guard Armory in Riverside's Fairmount Park on a regular basis, so it's not far-fetched to speculate that the Beach Boys might have opened for Dale in the Armory at least once. On Saturday, February 2nd, 1963, the Beach Boys played the Swing Auditorium on the grounds of the National Orange Show in San Bernardino for the first time. The occasion was the 4th annual March of Dimes benefit show and dance, presented by radio station KFXM. By playing this concert, the Beach Boys became one of over 60 artists that played the Swing Auditorium and later were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. In this close-up of the ad, the over 15 acts that appeared at the March of Dimes show are listed. Along with the Beach Boys, other surf music-related bands that appeared were headliners Dick Dale and the Deltones, Jan and Dean, the Rumblers, the Hollywood Tornadoes, and the Shantays. The concert gained notoriety in local newspapers not so much for the music, but for what was called a full-scale riot that took place after the show. This Leonard Metz Sun article reported that the March of Dimes event drew 6,200 paid admissions, with sneak-ins swelling the crowd to about 8,000. The sheriff's office blamed the melee on overcrowding, which inhibited dancing. An obscure Beach Boys appearance took place on Sunday, March 10, 1963, when the group played a birthday party for San Bernardino radio station KMEN. Although not mentioned in this announcement, Beach Boys researchers claim that the band played at this celebration. Less than a week later, the Beach Boys played a Friday night dance at the Hemet Armory on March 16, 1963. On May 29, 1963, the Beach Boys performed for the students of Pacific High School in San Bernardino, California. Opening for the Beach Boys was Inland Empire surf band the Ebb Tides. As the day wore on, it became apparent that Beach Boys drummer Dennis Wilson was in no condition to perform. He was either too ill or too drunk to play. An appeal was made to the Ebb Tides to borrow their drummer Jim Gastineau as a last-minute fill-in. Of his Beach Boy for a Day experience, Gastineau said, "We, the Ebb Tides, opened up for the Beach Boys at Pacific High School. It was in an assembly in the afternoon, somewhere around 1963. They didn't even ask me if I would do it. Mike Love and their uncle asked the leader of our band if I could do it. I wasn't even consulted." So Jim Gastineau went on to sit in on drums with the Beach Boys, taking the place of the unavailable Dennis Wilson. On Friday, November 29, 1963, the Beach Boys played the National Guard Armory in Indio, California. In Part 3 of Brian Wilson and the Beach Boys Play the Inland Empire, we conclude our look at the group's performances in the IE.
Backyard camping is fun.
Especially with Cocoa Puffs, because now Cocoa Puffs are made with real Hershey's cocoa.
Puff, puff, Cocoa Puffs. Chocolate-flavored energy.
Chocolate-flavored fun.
Ooh, ooh, what's that? Chocolate-flavored Cocoa Puffs. Yum, yum, yum.
Sounds like Tiny. He's got the Cocoa Puffs. Hey!
Chocolate-flavored Cocoa Puffs. Yum, yum, yum.
With real Hershey's cocoa in every single one.
The big G stands for goodness.
You know, at Pappy and Harriet's, and I talked to some of the friends of the Lo-Fi Lounge. I was talking to Robin and Brett, and they were saying that in talking live to the camera, they would always look behind me and see what books I had on this particular shelf. The original Lo-Fi Lounge, we used to have it up against my walls of albums, but you know, so I thought a good segment would be just to grab the Wrecking Crew. Really good documentary about this band in LA that was the backup to every music of the 60s. You know, if you like the Beach Boys, you like the Wrecking Crew. And just individual portraits of, you know, Carol Kay on bass, Leon Russell playing piano, or Glenn Campbell as, you know, just this master instrumentalists who were not just good at their instruments, but injected these songs with a special power and made them singles that just, you know, jumped off the vinyl. So if you wanted, you know, a beautiful celebration of music of the 60s and see the people who really are contributors behind it, the Wrecking Crew is a wonderful example. Everyone should know about Mystery Train. This is probably my fifth version of Greil Marcus's seminal study examination of American popular music, and it was his first venture into this. He early had done editing and compiled articles, but how it follows from Harmonica Frank through Elvis, Sly Stone and Randy Newman and the band, you get this wash of what American music was going to be and what the seeds of this music are. You know, some very popular things and some pieces that, some works that just kind of filter through our musical psyche that we've lost track of, maybe. And maybe that's why it's the mystery of Mystery Train. If you read things later on by Greil, he gets more complex and abstract. This still has the heart of how he writes, but it also is maybe more accessible than some of his later work, although I like everything he does. But Mystery Train is from the shelf. We'll do this again.
It is green, cool beneath our feet. Honey, it's sweet. It's sweet on the bread, the sea and the shore, forever entwined. They all sing the same song. Please come down and come. good friends. Bring down the madmen. Bring the old tigers. Bring down the young Turks. Bring out the seers, the Confederate dreamers. They all sing the same song. Please come down to cuss. Josephina, come down and see me sometime. Magdalena, come down and see me sometime. Rosalinda, come down and see me sometime. Come down the coast. Esmeralda, come down and see me sometime. Gabriella, come down and see me sometime. Isabella, come down and see me sometime. Valentina, come down and see me sometime. Come down the coast.
For you, for me. You say you hear the breaking of 1,000 hearts. Well, I can hear 1,000 beating on their mark. My dreaming, that's a start. You say you hear the mountains coming tumbling down. I can hear 1,000 feet underground. And I'm dreaming, that's a start. Someday morning you might wake up on your own. Close your eyes, you're not alone. Say you hear the shouting of 1,000 lives. I can hear a gentle voice from deep inside. Yes, I'm dreaming, that's a start. Though the skies look darkened like an English rain, in our house the sun is gonna rise again. Am I dreaming? Yes, I'm dreaming. Are we dreaming? Yes, we're dreaming. Are we dreaming? Keep on dreaming. That's a start. That's a start. That's a start. I may not always love you, as long as there are stars above you. You'll never need to doubt it. I'll make you so sure God only knows what I'd be without you.